This is the 20th anniversary of the Friends of Whitman Park and their annual fundraiser tonight, the wine tasting party, organized by June O'Leary. June, how's it feel to have another year under the bridge, so to speak, and working on this great event that you do every year?
Tired.
I would imagine so. It really does take you about a year to get this whole thing put together, doesn't it?
No, but it takes a very frantic few weeks before. Everything's done mentally during the year, but the last 2 or 3 weeks we just have to push everything together. That's the work. I have to say, we have relatively few people, a handful of people that work on this and work very hard. We try to get volunteers every year, and nobody comes forth. We've got the same people that we've had every year. Wonderful people in Regal Marketplace, and I have to say, Trio has come to every single one, but they have health problem this year. And Hitchingpost. We've had a lot of support that way, and the businesses in town have been amazing. Everybody contributes. Every year, I don't think I've ever been to a place where they haven't donated something for the park.
Well, that certainly helps things a lot, because the more that's donated, the more you actually get to use for the park.
And it comes back to them. They donate, whatever they donate comes back into the park, because every single penny, and then some, is put back into the town for the park, and it's all directed exactly to the park. So when you give something to Friends of the Park, you know exactly where it's going.
Do you have any specific projects that are going to be going on in the park this year?
Well, we did a lot of trees last year. This year, we hope, this hasn't been finalized yet, but we're going to try to put a pavilion down by the playground. So people get caught down there and it's raining, they can get under something. Or the summer program, I'm on the recreation also, and we have a summer program down there for the kids, and it'll be a good place for them to base their things from. But it isn't finalized yet. We still have a lot to do.
Yeah. Well, that will certainly make me happy on those 4th of July extravaganzas down there, because it gets hot out in that sun.
Tell me about it. I used to go, every year I go. The last 2 or 3 years I haven't been down to the park for the 4th, but they work very hard. The Recreation Commission itself, I'm there more advisory than hard working, but Ollie Amato does an amazing job with that, and he's brought back life to the community through the events he does.
Yes, he's a very energetic person.
I wish I had half his energy, but no, he does a great job, and we want to make the park a place where everybody feels comfortable, and he does that. He's helping a lot.
Okay, well, I guess it's about time for me to let you go and get this show on the road. I'm going to go talk to Regal people now, because they have been a big help for you over the years, haven't they?
We have the greatest symbiotic relationship. That does their wine business good, does the park good, and they are wonderful to work with. Their family is the best family. They are so nice. I appreciate them very much. But I wish we had more people coming in. I got to go open the door.
Okay, well, let me move over to Regal now, and we'll talk with somebody from over there. Regal Marketplace has always been a big player in the wine tasting for the Friends of the Park, and I have Tom Vemus with me tonight, speaking for Regal, and you have been involved with this thing since the beginning almost, haven't you?
Yeah, I think this is the 16th annual one. I think our family got involved and Regal got involved around the 14th or 15th one of the grand wine tasting for the Friends of Whitman Park.
Yeah. Now, what is it that you do to help June pull this thing off?
So what we do is we work together with June about organizing the event. Our role is to pull vendors and suppliers together. It took a couple weeks of sitting down with them, curating a list of their portfolio and getting certain wines here that I think the people of Whitman and the surrounding area would love. In an effort to make a great night, to showcase some fantastic wines, some new things, some very good staples that have been around for a while, and just overall get these vendors and suppliers here together here, prepare a wine tasting booklet with all the wines and all the tasting descriptions, glassware for the event so people enjoy a nice, formal event.
Okay. Now, do you have just wine here tonight, or do you have other things as well?
So the focus of the event is the wine. However, we always know that some people don't like wine. So because of that, we've also reached out to some of our beer vendors, and we have a couple of beer vendors here sampling Shipyard, Crook and Marker, Sam Adams, Night Shift Brewing. So some great local distributors and suppliers that are here showcasing some beers to cater to those who don't drink wine so they can enjoy the event as well.
Are these all local beers?
Not all of them. Some of them are not as local. Some are from like Shipyard from Maine. Others are Night Shift that's right out of Everett. We have Sam Adams, which is based out of Boston. And then we have Down East, which is also Boston. Some of them, though, do kind of reach from afar as well.
Okay. Well, that's great. Any IPAs tonight?
IPAs, yeah. We have Night Shift with their Whirlpool, with their Santilli, Shipyard IPA mix. Sam Adams is here with their Winter Lager and their IPA as well.
Well, now we're getting kind of off subject here because this is a wine tasting.
Yeah.
Do you know what you have for wines here tonight?
Oh, we have over 105, I believe, different wines. Anything ranging from a sangria to sparkling, champagnes, proseccos, red, white, rosés. We cover all the bases of wines.
Now, this includes blended as well as the pure?
Yeah, so wines can be 100% one varietal or a certain percentage. So like if it's 85% from California of a cab, it's considered a cab. Then there are red blends that are blended different grapes. But then there are also select grapes, like, it could be an Italian Chianti that is a Chianti grape in there.
I remember one from years ago that was called Chocolate.
Oh, the chocolate shop.
I have never thought anything that had grapes in it, and it was all grape, could taste so much like chocolate before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, going back to the beer, they actually have a coffee and vanilla latte flavored kind of beer over there as well.
Oh, is that the kind of thing that wakes guys up when they've had one too many?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Tom.
Thank you. Enjoy the event, and thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you. And we'll get a shot of your father on here for somewhere, too.
Sure.
Right now I'm with Molly Best. Those of you who have lunch around town on Saturdays would know her if you've ever been to Cowbell's. Molly, how's life at Cowbell's these days?
It's going. We're pretty busy, and we're always looking to see new faces. So.
And you're here tonight working on the raffle table.
Yes, I am, to benefit the Friends of Whitman Park. Actually, the nice park we have in town here. So.
It is a beautiful one. Yeah. So tell me, what have we got here, and how does it work?
Well, we have two different raffles here tonight. We have the silent auction where people go by and see what the treat is. We have some Pinches and Pounds candy. We have some Skinner's candy. We also have some local shops that donated goods. So people bid on those, and you write down your name, and then if you're the highest bidder, you win it at the end of the night.
That means you've got to come back to the table and check often to make sure you haven't been outbid.
Yes, you do. And the other raffle we have is the bag raffle. So you get a ticket, you keep the other ticket, and you go around and you put the ticket in, and if you match up the number, the one that we pick, you win that prize. We have a lot of gift certificates, from local restaurants around town, Cowbell's per se, and Venus also donated. So people can win some great prizes and go out to eat and enjoy the local eateries around here.
Well, remember that for next year. Great raffles, great silent auction. Thanks a lot, Molly.
Thank you so much. It was good seeing you tonight.
This is the first of the beer tables, and we have Tom with us who's going to tell us about everything that his company deals with. Tom, what have we got that we're showing tonight?
Today we have a spread from Shipyard Brewing Company out of Portland, Maine, and we also have Crook and Marker, which is the first spiked and sparkling beverage that is actually known in the United States.
Okay, so this is sparkling
it's called spiked and sparkling. So it's kind of like
So it's kind of like a flavored seltzer with a little malt thrown in.
essentially, but it's actually not even malt. It's actually made with it's all organic, even down to the alcohol itself is actually made with quinoa. So it's actually the healthiest beverage on the market. It's only 80 calories, and they actually just taken on that. They're trying to get the healthy roll going. So other people that are trying to be active in their lifestyles, it's just trying to help them all in that way.
Whoever would have thought that something like quinoa could be turned into alcohol? But then again, it's a carbohydrate, isn't it?
Ferment it long enough, it can make alcohol out of it.
Okay, what have you got? You said you had Shipyard. That's from Maine.
Yep, they're out of Portland, Maine. We have the IPA variety pack. So right now we have the Island Time, which you have in your hands there. We also have the Monkey Fist IPA, and we also have the Steady. This is a hoppy ale, technically. But they're all in that IPA kind of framework.
Do you have any idea what a monkey fist actually is?
No.
Let me tell you, because I had a guy make me one once, an old sailor. They take a big heavy ball and tie cord around it so it makes a bigger ball with a little thing on it. They used to use that for hitting the belaying pins on the old sailing ships.
Well, that makes sense then, because they come right out of the shipyard. You can tell by the name. It's actually out of Portland, Maine, which is a giant just shipping area. So that makes sense to have a sailor term.
Now I've got to go find a picture of a monkey fist on the internet to put in there so people will know what I'm talking about.
No kidding.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tom.
No problem. Thank you.
I'm with Emma now, who is dealing with the food concession here at the wine tasting from the Hitchingpost restaurant in Hanson. Emma, what have you got here for people to eat tonight?
I have honey buffalo chicken tenders, I have baked mac and cheese, and I have clam chowder.
Have you had a lot of interest from folks about the restaurant and the food?
I have actually. Everyone has been enjoying it so far, and they've all been asking where it's coming from, so it's good.
Okay, well, that may mean more business for the Hitchingpost, and that works out good for you too there, doesn't it?
It does, it really does. I hope that it does mean more business for us.
Okay, just to let folks know, because some people might not have been that far out of Whitman, where is the Hitchingpost located?
The Hitchingpost is located right on Route 58 in Hanson. It's 48 Spring Street. It's just a couple minutes into Hanson coming from Whitman.
Okay, terrific. So head on down to the Hitchingpost. Maybe you'll find something like down there too. I'm here now with Dan Salvucci, one of our favorite 5 selectmen.
Yeah.
And Dan, you're volunteering here tonight. What are you doing tonight?
Well, what I usually do is I've been doing since every time we've had it is I sit at the door, and if anybody needs any last-minute tickets, it's $25 at the door, $20 if, in fact, you get it before the event. But anyways, I sit here, and if somebody needs a ticket, I sell them the ticket, and they're on their way in to enjoy the wine tasting.
So do you ever get a chance to get through the door yourself?
No, I usually what I don't. My wife brings me food every once in a while. I'm not a drinker, so she can find ginger ale or water that's in there, that's fine. But she keeps feeding me with food that we have on the tables in there.
Oh, she keeps you fed and happy out here.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah. And, and of course, I get the 50-50, but I put her name on it and give her the tickets. So if she wins, I pay for it, but she wins. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life, right?
Amen, brother. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dan.
All right. Bye-bye. We'll see you. Thank you.
I'm here with Chris Monahan from MS Walker. You know that name, Johnny Walker, Fine Whiskeys. And you're here touting some wines tonight.
Absolutely. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Have you been here before then?
This is my first time. Great showing. So it's been fantastic so far.
What does Johnny Walker, or MS Walker, I should say, have in the way of wines that you're showing here tonight?
Oh, we have the #1 imported Prosecco from Italy, Mianetto.
Have you got that right here that we can see the...
We have that right here.
Okay, there's the bottle. Anything else you've got?
That's one of my favorites. Great with mimosas, great with turkey. We also have Silver Palm Cab, right from California there. One of my favorites. Probably the best overall value for your dollar going into the holidays.
Okay, anything really special tonight that's, maybe a blended or a white or something?
Well, every turkey needs a little Riesling in their life, and from Chateau Ste. Michelle, it's probably the best Riesling to join a turkey during the farm.
A nice German Rhine wine.
That's what they say sometimes.
Of course, then again, they don't have to be grown there anymore to be called that, do they?
No, this one's actually from Washington State, so a little new to the game, but we're here to party.
Okay, anything else you might want to show me that you got here?
I can go to the focal right there. Probably the biggest hit right now that we've had. Silver Palm has been a winner for right now for the everybody coming by. And the Riesling's been on fire, and the Mianetto, you can't get better than that.
Right. Okay, well, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
I'm here now with Eric Spitz from Bay State Wine. And what have you got that you're showing folks here tonight?
I have two blends that I want to speak to. One of which is a Cabernet Merlot, Cabernet Franc blend. It's called Aviary Red Blend, Birds of Prey. People seem to respond to the Birds of Prey this time of year. And this one is made with Cabernet Merlot and Cabernet Franc, which gives it a little bit of savoriness. This one really pops, very smooth. Some people say it has a nice hint of milk chocolate on the finish. And when they say it, I kind of get it. When you don't say it, you kind of have your own experience. It's a suggestion that seems to hold true, though.
And something like that would go well with the dark meat on a turkey, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The thigh meat would be best, This one is also a red blend, but different. It's a Zinfandel blend with a little bit of Petite Syrah, which takes really well to oak. And secondly, it takes really well to bourbon barrel, which you're starting to see more and more of. This is called the Exodus Red Wine, and I think this one is a really nice savory after-dinner accompaniment.
More like a dessert wine, then.
It's got little hints of like bourbon, like hints of like that smokiness and dried fruit that kind of comes about.
Now, I remember what it smells like when you cut a bourbon cask in half and all that sour mash aroma comes up. That's really quite overpowering at that point.
Right. When you actually integrate it with 3 months and you have these hardy grapes, it doesn't overwhelm. It actually works pretty well. It interplays nice.
Terrific. Okay, thank you so much, Eric, and have good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
I'm here with Damon, who is representing Replica tonight. What is Replica, Damon?
Replica is what it says, Replica. We replicate high-end wines from California, your favorite high-end Chardonnay, your favorite high-end California blend, or your favorite high-end California Pinot Noir, and we do it for half the money. We have a master sommelier, Brett Zimmerman, and our winemaker, Ed Killian, and they put their heads together, formulate a plan for a style they're looking for. Once they figure out what that is, we bottle it, and we slap the label Replica on there, and we take it to market for great value for the money.
Oh, well, that means, people can get actually what they can tell people is a premium Chardonnay, supposedly, when it's actually a little cheaper than the regular.
For instance, this is Replica Pickpocket. We modeled this wine after The Prisoner, which retails for about $50. You can buy this for just under $20.
Okay, have you got anything else you'd like to show me tonight?
Well, I guess that's really it. I mean, we have our Chardonnay, which is the knockoff. We're actually going for Sonoma Cutrer with this wine. So here again, Sonoma Cutrer is $21. You can buy the knockoff for $15. So anyway, that's it.
Well, I guess so. That's one way of increasing your wine cellar, should you have one.
That value. There's a lot of wine, and there's a lot of wine doesn't have to be expensive. And if you're looking in the right places, you really can put together amazing wines for very little money.
You just have to get something that you actually like the taste of, right?
Absolutely, and have the right team and who can put it together. And we've got a great team at our Denver office that puts this together for us. And we're doing very well with the brand.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Damon.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm here with Lou Perreira tonight, who's representing Abacus Distributors. And what have you got that you're showing folks tonight?
Well, tonight we're showing the apple pie. It comes from Oliver Winery in Indiana, of all places. It's a seasonal wine, so once it's gone, unfortunately, and it's very popular. You take it, it's like a slice of apple pie in a glass.
Well, coming from Indiana, that's not bad because that was originally apple country around here.
Exactly. Yeah, the gentleman who owns the winery, he started off in California, then figured out it was a lot less expensive to do business in Indiana. So he's got quite a few different wines, but this is definitely his hit. Unfortunately, like I said, it's seasonal, but while it's around, everybody seems to love it.
And, blending things like that, making grapes taste like apples.
No, you're wrong there. It's made from apples. That's one of the reasons it's seasonal, because it's all natural, but it's seasonal because apples only ripen once a year. If they were using concentrates, they'd be able to make it year-round. But no grapes in that one.
So there we go, folks. Apple wine made from real apples. I mean, that sounds like something your grandmother might have made around here, 200 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy's been very successful with it. People like it. They add a little nutmeg, a little bit of vanilla into it. You can even taste the crust in the drink.
Oh, that sounds like my kind of thing. What else have you got here that you're showing, folks?
Well, from Oliver, we also have their cherry Moscato. It's a Moscato grape. No sugar added. It's not made in a laboratory. They have a real winemaker working on it. And then they add cherries to it. So you get that sweet Moscato at the beginning with that tart cherry in the finish.
Oh, no, that sounds like a wonderful thing, too.
And the best part is that if you like this one, it's not seasonal. It's year-round.
Wonderful. Okay, anything else you want to say just in parting here?
No, it was great to be here. I've been here for a couple of years now, and the people are always fun.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. That's Abacus Distributors, apple pie. You can't see it. Apple pie and... what's that, Olivia?
Cherry Moscato.
Cherry Moscato. Thanks a lot, Lou.
Thank you.
Okay, can you folks tell me something that you found tonight that you really like?
The sangria is phenomenal, both cold and warm.
Yeah, the new sangria that the woman just started over there. She's super awesome, and it was, like he said, it was very good, cold and warm. And with the spritz in it, it was amazing.
Did they tell you what was in it?
She said her recipe is on her website. She just started, she just signed up, and then they added a little bit of ginger ale to it, and it's amazing.
Sounds wonderful. Maybe I should give it a try.
Absolutely.
You should right now, as a matter of fact.
Now I'm here with Brian O'Connell, who represents Martinelli Company, which is a local company, right?
Based in Taunton.
Based in Taunton. And what are you showing folks here tonight?
We have the Crisp Pinot Grigio. We have the Whispering Angel, the Rosé, category leader.
That's a very pale rosé. What's it actually made from?
There's about 4 grapes in there. Grenache, Saint-Saul, all right, Roll, which is actually Vermentino, and a little bit of Cabernet.
And it's must be fairly delicately flavored.
Yes. Provence, category leader, again, I say light, crisp, clean, beautiful. And rosé is going to be drunk year-round now.
Okay, what else have we got here?
We have got the Allegrini Palazzo della Torre from the Veneto. We had the Federalist Zin from Lodi, California.
Oh, that looks interesting. That's George Washington's face on that label there, I imagine.
Well, actually, it's based on the Federalist Papers, okay? So they went back to the colonial times, and they put Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and several other of the founding fathers on their labels, okay? And then we have the Dow Cab, which is from the Adelaide district of Paso Robles in California.
So have you got anything here everything here is from California?
No. I've got Italy, I've got France,
okay.
I've got Italy.
The noise level here is a little high, so does Martinelli actually run through local stores, or do they have their own? Because I know it seems to me I've seen a Martinelli actual store somewhere around.
No, that was a store in Boston right at the north end, and that finally closed like 2 years ago. They gave it up, all right?
So you're distributing now to local retailers?
Local retailers and restaurants. Okay.
Okay, thanks so much, Brian.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Matt from Atlantic Beverages. What have you got that you're showing folks here tonight?
So I've got a good selection here. I've got a Pinot Noir, Block 9.
Pick it up so people can see. So there we go. That's it.
Block 9 Pinot Noir. Okay. Yeah. I've got Paxis Red Blend.
What's it a blend of?
So I don't know all the grapes, but predominantly Touriga Nacional. Yeah.
Okay.
I also have the Paxis Rosé as well.
What's? Well, we just had a little power outage here. We can continue to talk, though.
Sure.
It'll look funny when we get it on air, but
yeah.
We're talking about the rosé, right?
Yeah.
What is that rosé version of?
Well, same grapes as in the Paxis Red, but just based on the skin contact, rosé.
So this would be a milder flavored version of the first one, right?
Sure. Yeah. You can say that. Yeah.
What else have you got?
Also have Colossal Red Blend.
That's a big wine. That's why they named it Colossal, right?
Yeah, it's Colossal. Yeah, deep, rich flavor, purple color, complexity. Also a Portuguese red blend.
Now that's a common color for Portuguese wines, but I have never seen other wines that are actually purple.
Just a nice, rich color to it. Yeah.
I know some Portuguese folks that make their own wine, and boy, is it ever purple.
Yeah.
Okay, what else have you got here?
Fontella Chianti as well.
Great with spaghetti.
Yes, great with food. Yep, for sure. And then lastly, I have Urban Riesling from the Moselle. So
another fine German white wine.
Exactly. Yeah, great value. Part of the Terry Teese portfolio. Tremendous value. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It was good talking to you.
Yes, thank you.
What have you folks found here tonight that you really like?
Lady Sangria, hot and cold.
Oh my goodness, that's like the third time I've heard about that one.
Oh really? Yeah, it's very good. Never thought of heating up sangria.
Oh, I never would have either. How about you? What have you found that you like tonight?
What's the coconut thing?
I don't know the name of it.
Cooked coconut?
Cooked, yeah.
Over in the very end. Very good.
One of the beers?
It's like a salsa, I think.
A salsa?
Yeah.
Salsa? I didn't have it.
That was like, what do you call the spiked water?
Yes. Very light, good beach drink.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
I'm here with JD from the Trio Wine Company. What are you showing folks here tonight, JD?
We're showing several California wines. One winery in particular we're really proud of, the Maggio Vineyards.
Okay, let's pick that up and just kind of hold it there so the camera can see it.
So Maggio is a winery that was started in 1934, and we've been pouring the Cabernet tonight, and it's got a little trade secret. We call it one of California's best kept secrets. It's family owned and operated.
Like Joe DiMaggio was one of the best kept secrets in baseball, right?
Exactly.
Okay, what else have you got?
So Maggio, to celebrate the 5th generation 6 years ago, came out with Old Soul. And Old Soul, to celebrate the 5th generation, they have the Tree of Life on the label as a label.
Anything else that people seem to really like tonight?
Well, I think one of the more popular hits of the parade will be these Tomasello wines. So we acquired the distribution rights on these wines about several months ago, 8-9 months ago. And the Tomasello winery is a 3rd generation from southern New Jersey, and they make several types of Moscato. We're showing the blueberry and the peach, and they make a cranberry that's going to be a big hit for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Really, really good wines.
Hey, I'm a big fan of the cranberry myself.
Well, they actually buy the cranberries from Ocean Spray in Middleborough, and they use a premium California Moscato with all their wines.
So that's a nice blend with the Moscato and the cranberry.
Yes.
What kind of a flavor does the Moscato have? Is it a sweet? Is it a...
Moscato tends to be on the sweet side. Of course, the most popular premium Moscatos are from Italy. But these Moscatos are not really over the top in terms of sugar levels and sweetness.
So that's actually
slightly sweet.
That's actually a good blend then with the sweet wine and the very tart cranberry.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you, JD. It's nice talking to you.
My pleasure.
The Friends of Whitman Park wine tasting fundraiser was a great success. It raised about $3,000, which will go a long way in helping the Friends build the pavilion that June talked about earlier in this program here at the playground. It will be modeled after one that was near the playground back in the 1930s when it was over on the other side of the park. Now, I didn't get a chance to try that sangria that everybody was talking about at the wine tasting. Maybe next year. And if you'd like to try something like that too, and actually come to the wine tasting party, about the middle of next October, keep your eye out on our bulletin board and in the Express to find out when the date is for the next wine tasting. See you next year.